Okay guys, today we need to talk about something that has sparked serious debate online: the reaction to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's humanitarian visit to Jordan. Now let me be clear from the start, there is no verified evidence that they sobbed or had some dramatic public breakdown. But what is real is that their tour did not generate the kind of overwhelming public support and global buzz that many expected. And that silence, that lukewarm reception, is what has people talking. For a couple who built a post-royal brand around global compassion and humanitarian leadership, the response felt noticeably muted. Jordan is not just any location. It's a country with deep humanitarian ties, especially concerning refugee support. Organizations like UNICEF and UNHCR have major operations there because of the Syrian refugee crisis. Jordan has carried a massive refugee burden for over a decade. So when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped into that environment, expectations were high. This wasn't a red carpet Hollywood event. This was serious humanitarian ground. And when you enter that space, optics matter, substance matters even more. Now here's where criticism begins to build. Since stepping back from royal duties in 2020, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have positioned themselves as independent global advocates. They signed high-profile media deals with platforms like Netflix and Spotify, deals reportedly worth millions. They launched the Archwell Foundation and pledged to focus on community impact. But critics argue that the brand has sometimes leaned heavier on media storytelling than measurable on-the-ground outcomes. So when they appear in a country like Jordan, people are not just watching, they are evaluating. And that evaluation can feel harsh. Public sentiment, especially online, has shifted over the past few years. Polling in the UK and US has shown fluctuating approval ratings for both Harry and Meghan. Some audiences view them as courageous truth-tellers. Others see them as overly media-driven. That division followed them into Jordan. There were no massive public crowds, no viral moments that dominated global headlines. Instead, coverage was steady but subdued. And in today's digital age, silence can speak loudly. Let's talk about Meghan specifically, because she often becomes the focal point of criticism. Meghan Markle has consistently been portrayed in polarized ways, either as a modernizing force within the monarchy or as a controversial disruptor. That narrative didn't disappear when she left royal life. If anything, it intensified. During humanitarian visits, critics sometimes question authenticity, asking whether the work is deeply rooted or strategically timed. That's not an accusation, it's a reflection of public skepticism that follows high-profile figures who blend activism with media production. Prince Harry's position is also complicated. As the son of King Charles III and the late Princess Diana, his humanitarian identity has long been linked to legacy. Diana was globally recognized for hands-on activism, including her work with landmine victims and HIV patients. Comparisons are inevitable. And when expectations are sky-high, anything short of overwhelming public resonance can feel like disappointment, even if the visit itself was productive behind closed doors. Another factor is media fatigue. Over the past few years, the Sussexes have been heavily covered, from their interview with Oprah Winfrey to their documentary series and memoir releases. That saturation can impact how humanitarian efforts are perceived. Some viewers may think, is this advocacy, or is this branding? That tension shapes public conversation more than any single event in Jordan. But here's the honest takeaway: humanitarian impact isn't measured by social media applause. Real impact often happens quietly in meetings, funding commitments, partnerships, and policy discussions. The absence of viral celebration does not automatically mean failure. However, for public figures who built their identity around influence, perception becomes part of the equation. And in Jordan, the perception was restrained. So did Meghan and Harry face overwhelming rejection? There's no factual evidence of that. Did the visit generate the kind of powerful global momentum their supporters hoped for? Not really. It landed somewhere in the middle: respectful, professional, but not transformative in the public eye. And in today's hyper-connected world, that middle ground can feel surprisingly loud. Let me know what you think. Was this just a normal diplomatic visit being overanalyzed? Or does it signal something deeper about the Sussex brand and public trust? Drop your thoughts below and keep it respectful.